Welcome to JD's Prep. All right, so the next few questions are about this scenario involving snowy owls. So snowy owls generally inhabit the cold northern regions of Canada, but recently they've been moving much further south than usual. So when they are in northern areas, they feed on lemmings, so small rodents. When they're not available, as in the areas further south, the owls will seek out mice and rabbits as their food source. So several snowy owls migrated into an area represented by the food web below. All right, so we're being asked to identify one population of organisms shown in the food web other than rabbits or mice that would likely be affected by the introduction of the snowy owls, and explain why their population would be affected. So let's take a look at this food web. Okay, so the rabbits and mice are highlighted here. Okay, so that's what the snowy owl will eat if it's coming to that area. So let's follow the arrows. So mountain lions could be impacted because the snowy owl will also eat rabbits. Snakes might be impacted because the snowy owl would eat the mice. Rabbits and mice are also eaten by hawks, so they would be impacted. All three of these level 3 organisms would be impacted because they're competing for food resources with the snowy owl. Also, potentially, what would be impacted is looking at these arrows is the grass. Okay, so if the snowy owl is eating more rabbits and mice, there'd be less rabbits and mice to then eat the grass, so that would impact the population of grasses as well. All right, and the next question is asking us to identify one condition that might cause snowy owls to leave their usual habitat and move to another area. So think about the things that snowy owls need to survive. So they need that habitat. So it could be that there's a loss of habitat. They need food. So possibly there is less food available. Lemmings was mentioned as its normal food source. So maybe there's less lemmings available. The lemming population has been impacted, or maybe there's just too much competition and there's other organisms that are eating their food source, or there's an overpopulation of snowy owls. Okay. Another thing that it can impact habitat is changes in climate, changes in temperature, things like that can really impact whether an organism can live in an area. Okay, so any of those would be a reasonable answer for that. And the last question, which level, A, B, or C, contains the least total available energy? So at each level, the energy is passed up from level A to level B, but there is energy lost. And same with from level B to level C. There is always energy lost at each feeding level. Okay, so the level with the least total available energy would be level C. All right, thank you for using JD's Prep.